Psychomantium 13. Each week for thrills, chills, and a horrific good time. Don't lose your head. Join Psychomantium 13 and enter the weird.
This is Mr. Applewhite speaking. There is nothing wrong with your device. Join me here on Psycho Bunny DC. A delightfully dreadful consternation of horror content. Use your head and free your mind.
I just figured we would just put random shit out there because we're being very, very random right now.
No, I like that a lot. That was fucking awesome.
And so let's share. I'm going to share because I know people were not expecting this tonight.
Yeah, I'm sharing right now.
So Hexxus will eventually be in here.
Someday.
Somewhere out there.
I'm telling you, once I figure out how to do this digital audio cable thing and run the actual digital soundboard that I got, it's over. It's so easy to break you guys because I can just live on the spot, grab one, and add it.
Careful with the digital one. Someone we do not speak of anymore. It messed up his computer.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. It's good. I've done this before.
Okay.
It's just we had a different setup, so it worked way differently than it does with this soundboard. Is the thing.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's just running a different wire. Just one different wire. I just got to do it and then do the virtual audio cable, and then I'm good.
Dude, so we just lost our one viewer.
Bye, one viewer.
Bye. Oh, and it hasn't even kicked in yet.
No. This is the edible show.
This is the edible show. Oh God.
Where I will be the same level of stone throughout, but you will, in stages, see it on that side. It'll be fantastic for all of us.
Of course, my brain went, this is the Tom Green show. It's not the Green Tom show.
I still love that show. I still watch old episodes of it sometimes. I don't know why, but I fucking love Tom Green. He actually did Celebrity Big Brother, and it was fucking brilliant. I loved,
you know, I think he's the reason why I actually listened to that song, Brandy.
That's a good reason.
Because of him laying there singing it drunk in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. Yep. I love that.
And then I remember him talking in an interview once. He was like, when he goes, my bum is on the cheese. My bum is on the cheese. And if I am lucky, I might get a disease. He's all, well, I did.
Yep. And then I remember
cancer.
And then Eminem made fun of him big time. Back in Eminem's early days, his first time, I think.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome.
We have one viewer right now. I do believe it might be myself.
I mean, you're pretty adept at talking to yourself, we've learned. So, I mean...
I can talk to myself. I did it yesterday. It was great. I mean, people knew I was talking to myself, which was the best part. And they were just like, okay.
Yeah. When were you talking to yourself yesterday?
During the Rock Band.
Oh.
Show. Because I was like, I'm now over on PBDC. And then I want to say it was Rainbow Twitch was like, either that or Erica saying, oh, watch out, she's going to start talking to herself. And I was like, oh, I got this. Hey, Akka, how are you? I'm great, Akka. Thanks for asking. Oh, man. And we were talking about the Tom Green show just now.
Yeah, the Green Tom show.
The Green Tom show.
The Green Tom show.
This is the Tom Green show. It's not the Green Tom show.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy would like some sausage.
I love
Freddy Got Fingered. That movie was so fucking awesome. It just totally reminded me that I got to show it to the kids now. They're gonna love it.
You got to show it to them when they're 18. You're right, but not.
Well, no. One is
I can't rewatch
it, so we're totally good. But to be fair, I would have shown them this years ago, just the same. So.
Oh no, I'm not talking about like whatever. I mean, I was watching B movies with great boob shots in it.
Were you watching like the fuzzy boob movies?
No, my mom and dad would let me watch all the cool B movies with like, where it's all the aliens. It's the 80s B movies where it's just tits and ass and like and swords.
They were great. Movies made entirely to show nudity to make money, but they had to disguise it with some very terribly written plot.
But you got it was actually pretty cool though.
Live action Thundercats.
No, yeah, I grew up watching that too. But when I was growing up, my mom was in like sort of like the special effects, sort of like really super indie film industry. So like we would just go on sets when we were kids because mom realized that we were too poor for a babysitter and we needed to know about horror sooner or later. So I was about almost 4. It was like the summer before I turned 4 where she started taking me finally. And then we just kind of saw those things being filmed. We saw them when we watched them. And since then, that all lost its point for me. But well before I was 18, I just stopped caring.
One of the coolest things about it is like all that stuff. Your mom taking you on the sets and everything like that. And then like my parents are like, hey Tia, where they're like, here, go ahead and watch this. We know you're not going to take it seriously, and there's boobs in it. Well, no. This is like when I was like fifth and sixth grade, like fourth grade.
It's the nudity I was already completely over, like well before I became an adult. And then I hit
the music
industry. You see boobs every day, everywhere, and then in horror, boobs everywhere. And it's like
with cable and all that stuff at the time, especially because we got a satellite dish when we were out in the middle of the farm. But I saw it all the time, so I was actually interested in the terrible plot.
And here I am in high school watching Zaboomafoo because we literally had nothing but that. So,
well, I mean, so we had cable, but that was back when you had the slider bar box where all you had to do was unscrew the back and hit a few buttons by yourself, and suddenly now you had a real cable. That's how we had cable for years. That's it. That's how
I literally had all the we had everything with satellites, so certain satellites, because you had to actually go between the satellites, and there were like 10 of them. And one satellite would have straight up like not triple X porn on there, but it would be the just above Skinamax porn, like Adam and Eve. It was Adam and Eve and stuff like that. And you could actually watch it
with extra sausage.
Yes, you could actually watch it on the satellite dish. There was no commercials. It was just a bare minimum feed. And because it was on that, because
if you were watching bear porn, that's something completely different.
It was their test feed, is what it was. Like it was just insane to actually be able to, like, you could actually click between like certain things. I saw The Simpsons, Who Shot Mr. Burns. I saw it 2 weeks before it premiered on Fox because I found a test feed for it, and I was like, cool. Yeah, it was neat.
Oh, nice! Tia's going to Arizona for a week. Nice. Or in a week or for a week?
Or both. In a week, for a week.
Hey.
Or is she changing her name to Week?
To Week. Could be. I don't know if the edibles kicked it in yet. I don't know.
Mine have not. We are working on that.
We gave them a warning though, because we told them it was the edible show, but I'm just going to say the same amount of stone throughout, but we'll see you guys like naturally decline. This is my state of being. That's
it's one of my favorite
movies of all time. I tell you, I watch it a couple times a year.
This is my favorite movie. Actually, my all-time favorite movie. You saw the new
Weird Al movie, right? The
biography.
Yes. Oh, I laughed my ass off through the entire thing.
Here's what you need to do: go watch UHF first and watch it again, and pay really close attention to Daniel Radcliffe. His acting, his physicals, everything he did was exactly how Weird acted specifically in UHF. Out of everything he ever did video-wise, he modeled his physical acting all.
You know,
he totally
facial
pulled it off.
Did you see the only true part of that movie? Did you see it? Like, because I mean, I don't want to.
There were a couple things that were technically true. They were just slightly altered.
No, but I mean, like the actual honest At the very end of it was the couple pictures before and during high school graduation, and everything after high school graduation was just all fabricated pictures that they put together. But that was the only real part of it, and that's what I was telling like Liz was like, or a call, sorry. We were
technically he did record that first song in the bathroom. That was true. It just wasn't in a college dorm room. I think it was like a train station or something weird like that he did it in. But
I'm great. I will be greater.
We're gooder.
I'll be gooder.
What's more funner to watch, guys?
It's gonna be way funner.
Yeah, you gotta watch them together, but watch UHF first, and then just start really thinking about the way he moves and his facial expressions. The way like trips you off to UHF. It's crazy.
We were talking about it too. It was like actually his parents were extremely supportive of him. It was the exact opposite.
What do you even do in the factory? You'll find out when you work for the factory.
He did get his accordion from a traveling instrument.
Yeah, that was true too.
Yeah. But, it was like weird. It was like little nuggets that were just layered with hilarious bullshit.
Yeah.
And like I thought it was going to be an actual biopic, but I watched it and like the first like couple minutes, I'm like, he parodied the biopic. Holy fuck, I'm in love. And then
it came out,
me and Michelle were just being way too loud. We were laughing so fucking hard at this movie. Like the whole time we were both looking at each other. Did that happen? Was that real?
The best was Eat It when Weird Al was like, was it Michael Jackson parodied your song.
So Slippy, we are currently talking about Weird Al, both his new movie and
UHF. Did you know I found out about
and
the reason why
this show is literally just like a random bullshit show tonight? We had some technical difficulties, so we just decided to go live.
Yeah,
and we have no it's literally called Subject Unknown. We have no clue. Could we be talking about Andre the Nephilim?
I thought we were going to talk about the unknown, like the old like it was like a book set that was like a paranormal. It was called like Into the Unknown or something like that. I just remember going to the library and seeing them all. Very much.
You know the reason why
condom.
The way I found Nirvana was because of Weird Al Yankovic.
Same.
That's how
same. Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yes, I didn't even know what Nirvana was before that.
I didn't either.
My cousin
weird
and
because I knew what a lot of things were, but just for some reason they escaped
that's
my radar.
The parody bump is actually real too. That's very real.
Yeah.
He got people to listen like right now. He got people to listen to the bands.
my cousin and I when it was my dad's weekend and because he lived over behind my uncle's place, and so I would be hanging out with my cousin and we would play the real video and then we'd play the Weird Al video and we would spend hours doing this shit. Oh, yeah. We would just play like the real video like bad and then we'd play fat.
Yep,
and then we'd play like a virgin, and then we'd play like a surgeon, and then we'd play like we just go through all of them. Amish Paradise and Gangster's Paradise.
It's gonna be awesome.
So it was the Fat album was the first one I listened to, and that's back when we still had record players. So my mom heard that we loved Weird Al, and me and my brother would always make up funny, weird songs and just change lyrics. Oh, you need to hear about this guy. She bought it, the full giant album with him in the leather jacket on the cover and everything. I remember it playing his day.
So good.
And then my dad found this record player that could also convert into cassette. So we were like, what? We must have made like 1 million copies for our friends, teachers. Like, listen to this. Of course, the teachers are like, dude, that's Weird Al. But all the kids are like freaking out about it. So there was like this whole like mid-'80s wave of suddenly this small town of Riverside, Ohio, overnight. All the kids are just suddenly listening to the Fat album on repeat every week.
Did you, what was the only movie that he actually had his song in? What was I think it's the only movie. I think it was Transformers, the Transformers the movie.
Dare to be stupid.
Dare to be stupid was a serious actual.
She can tell me there is the Weird Al song. He only did the title for. It was some kind of weird sci-fi B movie or something.
Was it? I think I know what you're talking about.
He only did like the opening for it, but it was one of the only real songs that he did that wasn't like a parody. It was on that playlist. It was on a playlist we heard the other day. We were like, wait a minute.
I mean, Dare to
me about it.
Dare to be Stupid is actually one of his original songs, and actually a really, really fucking good song. I want to play it, but we can't.
No, I'm just looking at the lyrics real fast.
I can parody the parody.
So put down the chainsaw and listen to me. It's time to join. But to join in the fight. It's time to let your babies grow up to be cowboys. It's time to let the bedbugs fight.
Yeah.
It was a song that was like very sci-fi, but it was talking about how you need to come and see this movie, and it was really, but it wasn't the
Christmas at Ground Zero.
No, but that's actually my
Christmas at Ground Zero
song of all time, and I can recite it.
I can recite it.
I could actually mimic his actual voice and register when I was young because I listened to it so much.
I can I can literally when Megadeth, what song is that?
Hello Me.
What's it not Captive on. What's it called again?
Which one?
The one you're just singing right now. The one that I could actually mimic Dave Mustaine's voice almost perfectly.
Hold on.
I can't think of it. I think the edible's kicking in. I literally cannot think of it right now. The song, you smile, your black tooth grin.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I'm also very.
That's where Pantera. That's where what's his face got the their drink Pantera. Fucking hell, dude with a beard.
Nice story. Tell to Reader's Digest.
What the fuck? I couldn't even think of the dude's name from Pantera. Fucking
Dimebag
Daryl. There you go.
I mean, you're staring at a really bad version of him on my arm.
That's Dimebag on Samo. That the face is straight up Phil on Samo on there. That's not Dimebag Daryl. I was like, you were like, I want to get this covered up. I was like, no, you need to keep that.
No.
We need to do karaoke night one night.
Well, we have.
Show, man. Like a full
we have, and we got Dean sweating bullets.
The meth clowns did, but
no, we not on Facebook. Maybe like a secret show, or
I was thinking about that. Not to do behind the scenes prep out here. I was actually thinking of doing stuff like that. Like if we
actually,
that's
have a contest.
That's something that we used to do for like subscriber only type content, that sort of thing. We would literally record our pre-shows, and that would go in there, like a lot of shit like that.
There's actually something in the works with that.
I know that's totally what I was hoping you'd segue into. So
with the website.
She's picking up what I'm putting down.
Yep. So there's actually something in the works right now for our website and our members only stuff.
Dizzy!
What's up, Dizzy?
Hello. Mild, by the way, I've never done that on the show before.
Sure. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this is totally not a blind. I would just tell you if it were straight up. It's got the wood tip though. It's called a casino. It's the only one I like.
You know the crazy
I like the wine ones.
That was
black and mild.
Casino though, man. I'm telling you.
I haven't tried casino, but I like wine ones.
Okay, so the chocolate black and milds actually taste just like Smith and Sons.
Smith and Wesson.
No, what's that beer? The chocolate organic beer. The Smith.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Samuel Smith.
Samuel Smith. It tastes the chocolate black and milds taste just like that, and it's actually really good.
I've always been a black and mild smoker, like since childhood. But back then, you could buy the brick that was like 25 of them, and it would only cost you $11.99 for 25. And if you grab the sticker on the back of everything, there was this free like pouch that you could get for an extra $5. That was this well-made leather pouch that was just big enough for you to dump a whole brick of black and milds in. So my friends and I decided that we wanted it one summer, and we got like 12 of them, and just started passing around. For some reason, these holders that just had blacks in them, and then we started selling them to people. It was fun.
There was a cigar shop here in town that here in Bakersfield that actually got the the Clint Eastwood cowboy cigarellos that are they're not it's not they had them there too, and they were actually pretty fucking. They weren't bad.
There was a national brand that usually only for some reason set up inside of malls. It was called the Tinderbox. Every mall across the United States had it.
We had John T's. Did you guys have a John T's there? Yeah, that's where our cigar shop was.
We didn't, but like the big one, it was just we just had Tinderbox, but they would have those.
Huge
they would have
humidor.
That's where everybody got their clothes from forever too. You just go to the mall and get yourself a pack of cloves and smoke them over in the.
Oh, I miss cloves. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore.
That was the time, man. Like I remember that. Like my mall, our mall here in town, the Valley Plaza, still. Even though they completely refurbished it and all their stuff and changed things out, it's still every now and then when you walk in there. It's not from people smoking on the outside. It's when you walk in, you can kind of have that. You still smell that mall smell of the new clothes and cigarettes.
Yeah, I know everybody thinks, you live in Ohio, there's nothing around you, but people forget that being in Dayton, it's actually a fairly, it's in the top 5 largest cities in the U.S.
Yeah,
I
was
was
gonna what is it, about a million?
So
is it under a million people?
We had 3 malls going. I'm not talking about little shit malls. I'm talking about like huge, amazing Christmas display. You name it, 3 all around us.
Yeah.
I could not go 20 minutes in any of the directions around us without hitting one of the malls. And we spent most of our childhood at the malls, just being assholes. The arcade, whatever. And then when Mallrats came out, it was like the Bible to us. Like watching Mallrats.
Yeah.
When we were already doing all this shit was just like, and then we just did it more. Like every day after school, you want to go to the mall? Yeah, let's go to the mall.
Empire
We lived.
Records.
We worked
The
at the mall.
argument-
We hung out at the mall.
The food court
malls.
argument is actually something that we legitimately had all the time before I even saw Mallrats. Or
Yeah, it
around
was like well before.
it was like we actually had the same setup where the cookie was like off.
Mrs.
To,
Fields is always on
yeah.
the. Why is Mrs. Fields all the way the fuck over there always?
You know why? It's for the stoners. I'm gonna explain this to you.
Because you got to work
So-
for your cookies.
No, I don't want to work for my
When you go
cookies.
to the food court, it's chaos, right? It's nuts. If it's I mean, not in these days because of Amazon and shit. There's no one. There's more people at the mall now. I learned that by watching South Park, the documentary. And but they were always packed, and so what we would do is we'd go get super stoned, and then we'd come and eat, and we were like, okay. Then we'd go to the bookstore, and we'd sit there, and we'd like, I swear to God, like 3 chapters of a book, and just sit there, and then realize, fuck, I got the munchies again, and always that's where they would have the bookstore and the cookie shop. You'd leave the bookstore, and there on that side of the mall was where it was all the time. It wasn't just that; it was always the bookstore and that, and then right upstairs, it just hit the escalator above it. That's where they had like Suncoast Video and
Suncoast was the best.
Yeah.
It was
That's
yeah.
where they had that at.
I
And we
love
had
that.
the giant
Ours-
double one that was just music this side, and then movies and
Yeah.
TV shows and everything else on that side. And it was always right above the bookshop, so you would just hit the cookies, man, and you just. The
You
only
know-
other thing you went to the mall anyway for was the original Hot Topic back when it was good.
that was
that's
back when it was
Nirvana
Trendy
and
Mart, is what we
Spencer's.
called it. Trendy Mart and everything like that. That was like the thing, and like it was like, oh, Hot Topics, Trendy Mart, but we always went in there. That's where I got my Metallica shirts. That's where I got.
When it first came out, I loved it because I actually got. That's back when they had like a big like underground music, like a big section of Hot Topic was just music.
Hot
just
Topic
albums.
became shit when they stopped selling Doc Martens. They're like, and I mean like 14-eyed and 20-eyed Doc Martens.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can still get the little faux leather ones and everything like that now there, but or whatever it is. But
I got my first pair of vinyl pants from that, and leather pants, both actually.
Yeah,
from
my
that store
first-
different time. My first top hat, my first so many things.
I had
Because
this.
either me or
I
my
got this
friends all worked there.
polyester, like I don't know. It was this weird polyester, like almost like dark, like midnight. Would midnight purple be one? Maybe I'm getting stoned, but midnight. You know, like where
Maybe.
yeah, something like that. It was that color, and like I would wear it with my gauntlets and all this other stuff that I bought down in Hollywood and shit. Like in high school and stuff like that, and then I went out with my pants tucked in. I always had my pants tucked into my Docs, always my pant leg and everything like that.
Okay.
And then I'm wearing this shirt. Like I was
reminds me,
actually not this.
Did I
fat
ever
back then.
tell you about the story in the mall and the pet shop involving my cousin Walter? Have I told you this?
No.
All right.
I
Okay,
don't
is this a
believe
real?
so.
Is this a
yes,
real?
it's totally real. I have this
Is
cousin
it-
named Walter,
is it
right? We used to-
legitimately
Andre the
real?
Nephilim.
Is
No,
it
yeah,
Andre
yeah,
the
just
Nephilim
shut
real?
the fuck up! Don't ruin my story.
Sorry,
So
bro.
this cousin Walter, right? Like I didn't see him often, but his mom was getting surgery, so he came to stay with us for a couple weeks. And I told you I hung out at the mall. I was a mall guy, so me and all my friends we went to the mall, and then Walter just kind of wandered off, and he started acting really weird like the whole rest of the day. And we go to the mall the next day, and he was like, "Hey, I need to go to the pet store." And we're like, "You just went yesterday. Did you buy an animal? Is it in my house?" No. And he started acting real cagey. I'm like, "All right, what the fuck ever." And an hour later, he comes to the arcade. He's doing better. He's fine. And this is a cycle for like the first solid week. One day he's acting real cagey and weird. The next day he's fine. And finally, this was an obsession. Like he stopped like meeting us after an hour. We would drop him off at the pet shop, and he would stay there for 7 hours, and we'd come back, still at that fucking pet shop. And one day I looked at him, and we got there and like, listen, no fucking pet shop today, dude. There's a big thing going on at the gaming store. We're gonna catch that. You're gonna do it with us. You're gonna be social. He's like, I can't do it. Why? He's like, come over here. So him and I went outside because it was all private. He's like, listen, I have got to go. And he's scratching himself. He's nervous. He's sweating. And I'm like, what the fuck is your obsession with the pet shop? He said, all right. The other day when I was in there, I bought a hamster. I took it back to your house. And needless to say, the hamster ended up in my asshole. And he killed the hamster. And that had been what kept happening. He kept doing. Because he wanted to keep the hamster, but he had read things online. And he was a very odd kid. And this happened a total of 4 times exact. The hamster was brought into my home and this occurred. And he's like, today, I've got it figured out. Do you think your mom would be pissed off if I bought a cat? And I'm like, yes. My mother would be very pissed if you bring a strange cat into my home. To be honest, I'm going to tell her about the hamsters when we get home. She's going to want to have a conversation. And he's like, fuck. He's like, but I need the cat. And I said, why do you need the cat? He's like, because have you seen dead hamsters in your home? I'm sorry, I should have totally started out with the trigger warning. My bad. I'm terrible. Maybe flesh it a couple more times just to make sure. And he said, no, I've got to get the cat because I've been keeping the dead hamsters in there as well. And if I can't get the cat, how the hell else am I going to get the hamsters out? You should have told me to stop this a long time ago because I know it's not the version. It's not the version that was in Mallrats, but
we knew exactly where this was going.
It was that one was in Clerks. Mallrats was the one of the dating show about the plane. I tell that one sometimes too.
The plane one is that's so good.
Yeah.
See, did he come or what? Jesus Christ!
Sometimes I do those
some
together.
things you don't talk about in public.
Sometimes I do those together. Usually to people that have never seen Kevin Smith stuff, but then I'll tell them. But I like to do it to people that know Kevin Smith because it's usually about halfway through the story you start going, wait.
You motherfucker.
You got to change enough details though to make it your own, and that's storytelling.
Was that so? Would that be actually the equivalent of like actually in the third one that instead of doing their long, because they didn't do and Chase Namey.
No.
He didn't do a monologue like that, but he did do the monologue where Silent Bob actually has a full. Scene. And he's all, you never talked this much before or whatever. And he's all, that's because you keep, or whatever he said to Jay, you always talk over me or something like that.
Oh, yeah, in the new one.
Hey, Jenny!
Yeah, he said, I remember him saying, he said that in the new one too. Like, he did that giant dialogue, and you found out a lot. That's why I like Clerks 3. I won't say too much more. People
I heard it was actually decent.
I'm telling you, I'm a huge fan. Clerks 2 was a little bit of a miss for me, but I still liked it. But 3, holy fuck. I loved it.
I did not like the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I don't know. I fell asleep to it. It was okay.
I like Jay and Silent Bob quite a bit. So I mean, I also get really high when I watch these things, man.
Oh no, I freaking love them too.
I was going to show you guys something.
Oh, sorry.
So this is a mall that does not exist anymore. Okay.
Like most.
This is one that I miss. I miss it so much. So I always laughed at this even as a kid.
Whitwood Mall, Food Park Mall.
Food Park.
Whitwood?
Yes, Whittier.
What the hey, narco.
It's in Whittier.
I know.
So, but by the way, when you went into those, no.
It looks like,
like one of the old
Vons.
No, when you walked in there was an Orange Julius like right in there.
But you can
even see the payphones.
What were we saying the other day? It was like, I miss Orange Julius, and I was like, yeah, all the chicks churning the orange juice.
Hot dog on a stick.
I was like, oh, whatever. It's all the same.
I'm gonna admit something right now. I always do this joke. Always, like if I'm giving like a fake tour, I always say, if you look to the left, there's a Jamba Juice, and everybody always wonders about it, and I don't know because I've never actually had Jamba Juice, and I don't think I've ever said that out loud before.
Look at this. Look at how cool it was.
I think this edible actually hit me a little harder than I expected, if I'm being honest with you. They usually don't hit me like this level for some reason today.
In the middle of your story, I kind of hyper focused on your voice, like like all of a sudden when everything just when that time whenever you get high, but no, whenever like it does kick in, and then like all of a sudden you just hear that one thing you're focused on, and everything else gets quiet.
And this mic, I think, really helps that like a lot. This is way better than my.
I gotta point this out.
Is that a space car?
Look at the ugly ass teal that they added during the 90s.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But if you look further, do you see that little like area with the railing? That was like the kids' play area.
Does it send them down to hell if they fall over it?
It's like 2 steps down. Look how freaking dangerous it looks.
It's like this is like grooming all of us kids who grew up in the '90s to understand that all we are is going to be the government's pet. I don't know.
It's right next to the GNC. Looks like there's a kid running out stealing something. I don't know.
I mean, how else are you going to say your prayers and take your vitamins if not for a GNC?
Is that kid wearing culottes right next to the one they're coming out stealing vitamins?
I don't know.
He is, dude. Like, look, there's like a bulge in his back pocket. He's kind of like his hands hiding it.
Here you go.
Is this Christmas in the
Rainforest
Mall?
Pissed.
In Whitwood Mall. This was where Santa was, and this is just how the Whitwood Mall would always be decorated.
And for $5, he wouldn't stab you in the alley behind it.
There's a big shipment of cocaine coming into the Whitwood Mall.
Hey, that's what all that was, man.
Hey, I see some yay on those plants. I can't do that voice for long.
Somehow half of his voices end up being Wisconsin. I don't know.
That was not Wisconsin.
There it was. Here it goes. It's gonna start.
What?
Now that I've suggested it, it will happen throughout the series.
Dude, I reached this like level of high right now that I can say Wisconsin in a Wisconsin accent, but I don't think I can say any other word but Wisconsin.
Can you say taco in a Wisconsin accent? Tacos.
Tacos.
Then I think Bobby's World, because that's how his mom sounded.
What?
That cartoon Bobby's World from the 80s.
My name is Bobby's
World.
I'm really
All I remember is the Halloween episode where they built a giant box force through the house and like charged everybody admission to crawl through all the boxes, and it was totally weird. Because we did that with boxes when I was a kid. We just didn't charge neighborhood kids to crawl into it, and I was pissed that I didn't think of it first.
What tea did you make?
Pumpkin spice butter or something like that. It tasted like butter too.
It tastes like eggnog in a weird way. I'm not mad about it, but it tastes like eggnog.
I put some special spice in it if you really need to know.
Do you not remember the pumpkin story I told you guys about that we did not discuss because it was terrible? That's why I don't like pumpkin spice anything. I was thinking about that story of that guy and that pumpkin. And
I don't know why
that's how
that
pumpkin spice was born.
The story of why your dad doesn't like chicken. Didn't like chicken.
He was making a story up on the spot.
I know, but it was funny.
Bam.
He made up this whole story. He just didn't like chicken, is what it was. He did not like the taste of chicken. He was always having to eat beef. That's what he liked. But he loved chicken soup. It made me laugh every time. It was like, what? But he made up this story about how the reason why he doesn't like chicken is because when he was like 15 or 10 years old or something like that. It was like over in the farm part of Bakersfield and all this, and then he was like, I happened upon a shack of a guy fucking chickens. I was like, you thought that was serious?
I feel like he's the kind of guy I could sit by a fire with, and we would just tell like 20,000 stories to each other, like back and forth for days.
He would like to listen. It was funny. He'd laugh his ass off at things like that.
Man.
He loved SpongeBob.
He walked by my ex-girlfriend
SpongeBob too
in high school, and he walked by her. He just got off. It was a Sunday, and I was already home with her. Or she came over, and he's walking by, and he didn't care for her, nor did he. It was just very
he was indifferent.
Indifferent. There you go. I was about to say inconvenience, but
it was inconvenient. He was inconvenient.
He was doing something. He walked by her, and he was in his work clothes and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there on the couch watching TV real fast because we're getting ready to leave. And he walks by her, and goes, "Hey, you know what screwdrivers are good for?" And she's like, screwing stuff in. He's all, "We're stabbing people in the face," and he did that to her, and then just walked away. And she's like, and I just started laughing so hard. I was like,
man, me and my brother had this game growing up. The game was lamely named. It was just called Challenge. Any public or social situation, at any time, we could look at each other and say the word challenge, and then you would challenge them to change some major thing about themselves for the next social encounter, whether it was a party, the whole party, or we were going into a store. It didn't matter. So we would do this weird shit. Like one time, I had to be blind, so I made him deaf when we went into a McDonald's to order a menu. That was fantastic. But we just did this shit to each other so frequently that I think that prepared for me for my current life. just the weirdest shit, man, and it didn't matter what it was. And I remember this. No, I shouldn't tell this story. Let's just say that we did a lot of inappropriate things in public involving these complete dramatic changes.
So my buddies and me, we had our own version of gay chicken.
I think always... a lot of people had that because I'm telling you, it was here too. So it was roughly about 4 of us would play this, and it was the touch game. No, I'm just kidding. We basically what would happen is if we're driving down the road, whoever was driving and in the and you guys are gonna listen to this. This is great.
We lost 3 people as soon as you said gay chicken.
So this is how I got my dick touched for real. No. So it's whoever was driving.
I don't have chickens. I'm sorry.
That's gay, bro. So it's whoever. So if I was driving, you had. So if I was driving, I was basically the aggressor. This is getting good.
This already sounds like a lawsuit.
So what we would do is like while I'm driving, like you would just put your hand. Whoa. Person's knee, like just put it on her knee, like you would like your.
That was not the chicken we played. Okay.
No, so
I know which chicken you played.
This is gonna get good here. Okay, so we do that, and the first person to freak out first lost. I don't know how we, whatever.
Wait. I'm not sure I want to know what happened if they lost because there's hands involved here.
We're gonna get to that. Hold on, I'm not done yet. So
it sounds like you got to that.
So. The person that would take their hand off real fast, like, "Oh my god, that was creepy." Whatever. Well, we were playing one time, and my buddy Blake, and he put his hand on my left knee, and he goes like this, and I was all, just fucking deal with it for about a minute.
Said
and
he went like this, but you did not show emotion, so I don't know what this is.
I'm trying to get the emotions.
You
out.
can't see your leg.
Emotion.
No, but he put his hand on my knee like this,
okay.
And okay, so like this is about a good 5 minutes of him having his hand on my knee, and he finally just goes, okay, and casually takes his hand off. I grabbed his hand and went like this. I put it back down. I was like, no, it's good. Just leave it. He's like, he had to stop the car for a second. He said, what the fuck, man? I could not stop laughing.
So Jenny says, so the boat motor broke down while my dad and uncle were on the river. My uncle was rowing like John Wayne. And my dad kept messing with the motor until it came on all of a sudden, turned from going in circles, launched them into a tree. What?
Fucking epic. I needed a moment to just envision that in my brain because it's what was happening.
Yeah, it was all.
Is it just me, or is it the fact that we're so much into horror movies that the first thing I thought of, and I mean no disrespect here in any way. Yeah, you just blades coming off and killing people.
No, I was thinking of Deliverance. I'm sorry. That's the story my dad told.
We teased Matt with the movie Deliverance for a super long time to the point where I got a copy of it and gave it to him.
Oh, God,
because we used to always, you sure do got a pretty mouth. And then we got him to say it to people, but he didn't know what it meant because he'd never seen the movie, and I just got it for him.
Squeal like a pig, boy!
That movie and Mr. Goodbar.
Dude, I saw that movie for the first time on a get-together for the Haunted Trails when I was a kid. Like the first
Deliverance
summer,
or
so
Mr.
I was
Goodbar?
13. Deliverance. I saw it when I was 13 with like 30, 40 other kids because we were a JC haunted house. So like it was all volunteer kids. And we were having a horror movie marathon. One of the adults was like, "Have you guys ever seen this? You got to see this." And we watched it and we were just like, why?
What? Why would you
like, how do we go from Candyman to this? Like, what?
It's like the first time I saw
There was missing
Sleepaway.
information that I felt at that moment that I really needed to have about their personal lives before I needed to know whether I wanted to continue to work at this place or not.
It's
We were in the woods, man.
It's like the first time someone shows you Sleepaway Camp, and you're like, And then the person, because you're obligated as a person, especially if you've never heard of sleepaway camp before this, you can't tell the person the end of it.
No, you can't.
You want them to have the same laughter that you had when you first was like, oh my fucking God.
It's one of the unspoken rules of horror is that you do not ruin sleepaway camp for someone. That's just like everybody just knows that inherently. In fact, you watch it with them if you can. Not to watch the movie, but just to watch their reaction.
Oh, it's great. It's all great, especially all the messed up stuff that happens with like the curling iron and all that stuff throughout it. You're like, oh, that's why she went after that. She don't like
do some bonus stuff of just finding people on the internet that have never seen the movie and like inviting them into a chat just to hang out and watch it, but we're really just watching their reactions.
I don't think there's a lot. Is there a lot of? I mean, there's got to be actually a good amount of people now who probably don't even know what sleepaway camp is. And that Bruce Springsteen's sister.
You'd be disappointed. You would be very disappointed because there's a lot of that movie, and there's like handfuls that I would swear every kid or had a parent that was worth their salt would have seen or heard of. And I am disappointed so frequently. Even people our age.
Evil Tunes, man. No one's seen Evil Tunes now.
No, you're the only other person in probably the last 10, 15 years that I even ever met that has actually seen it.
I loved it. I saw it on HBO.
Hey, that crazy ass first horror movie that I did that's on Tubi. If you can find it, I'm not going to say the name because it'd be funnier if you found it on your own. But it was put out by the same company that did Evil Tunes because the guy that made it wanted it. We loved that company. It was Brain Damage. It was Brain Damage in one of their subsidiaries. So its first release was all that. I just realized I don't have my computer plugged in. That's probably really dumb. I just got that 15% warning. I'm like, oh, the charger's on the floor. We're good.
So, I was hoping to go to commercial.
Oh,
you probably should go to commercial.
Yeah, you put it on though because I was trying to get a commercial to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
yeah, me too.
So I'm just being punished now.
Yeah, go ahead, put it on. Go. I also wanted eggnog in my tea.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna walk back here and like it's gonna be like Heather and Blair Witch where she just shows up and Mike is just standing in the corner because you're just gonna be up standing in the corner of the room.
I'm just passed
and then
out
I'm gonna get knocked
corner.
out. You know, somebody's gonna come up behind me or something through a wall.
I'm just you know what? If he would have just passed out right there from fright, he would have survived. Just oh my God! All right, where's the? There it is. Okay, here we go.
You're lost. You're in the woods.
I'm lost.
Witch. She wants to kill you. Sorry, that's
Shia LaBeouf. All right.
Hello, all you beautiful people out there. It's your boy Sloopy. And when I'm not guzzling down gallons and gallons of amazing ice cream, yes, oh, I love ice cream. Oh, hang on. I'm watching PBDC TV. Now, back to the show, all you beautiful people. And remember, stay nasty.
Uh-oh. Oh no. I'm by myself. Raz! I have nothing to talk about right now. Delphine! Save us! The internet go off?
It was acting like it did earlier. Not play the commercials?
Okay, it's back now. Well,
Did you not play commercials?
hold on a second, real fast. Sorry, guys.
Miller is a qualified psychic and spiritual medium who gives accurate psychic readings through a range of mediums. She is a professional consultant who uses her intuition to offer guidance to all of her clients, encouraging them to move in a positive direction and face the challenges that may lie ahead of them. She is also certified Reiki Grand Master and Shaman. Follow her on Facebook or YouTube each week for her weekly free live readings.
This is Professor Edgar Fluffosaurus from Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat, and when I'm not hosting Monster Chat or knocking down small Japanese cities, I'm watching PBDC TV. Now back to the show.
God, I walk out of the room for 2 seconds and everything gets all fucked up.
Like our internet like went in and out for a second, and then all of a sudden like yours was like a circle and all sorts of stuff. I was like, oh, what's going on?
Dude, that was 2 events at the same time. You know when I said my laptop was dying because I didn't have the charger plugged in? I plugged in the laptop for the charger for a different laptop that's not even on, and mine died. So I just had to realize that it was the same exact plug. They were next to each other, and I'm stoked.
I thought everything was going out. I was like, oh wait, ours is back on because I saw it finally come up on our phone screen.
I saw Dell's messages to let us know that yours went down to wait. What happened to me couldn't affect them. What happened?
I don't know. It like fluctuated for a second and everything just happened.
Yeah.
It's the government coming after us.
In honor of our special chat guest.
Oh, man.
What's up, Del?
Hey.
She said I must have taken the brain back when I joined. Sorry.
That's exactly what happened. We only got one to go between us.
The podcast gods are against you tonight. They demand a sacrifice.
I have a list.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We'll combine lists and forces.
I feel like we may have some of the same people on the list, but not all.
Definitely not all. But it's easier to abduct people as a group. You know what I'm saying? That's why we combine forces.
What's easier is to trick them into coming to you.
Well, yeah, but it still helps if you have a group. Or at least, you know what? No, it's just more fun if you have a group, I think, is what I'm getting at. It's more fun if you have a group.
I've got the time and the couch machete. Let's do this.
That's too complicated right now. Let's just do one person at a time. We could just do this, guys.
Dude, when I would be like super stoned when I really first started smoking, I was super young. I'd come home and my mom would know. She didn't mind so much because I didn't get in too much trouble like with that shit. But she would have these weird conversations with me and my friends, and it started because one day we came in, we were super high, like way beyond what we should have even been able to walk high, and she starts saying, "Hey, how would you plan the perfect bank robbery?" And she got us all to sit down, like, and we're like, she doesn't know, so we got to be sober, like, and planning like this. I mean, obviously, it was completely stupid and it was hilarious, and you would have gotten shot 5 times in 2 seconds trying it. It became a game where every time she thought we were on something, and she was always right, it would always be planning some crime spree or some weird shit. And if you actually participated, that's how she knew we were high. And this whole time, we thought that if we didn't participate, she would think that we were high. And I didn't find out like the logistics of that until just last year.
Last year?
Last year. She was like, you know how I always knew? I was like, how? Because we were hiding it so well. She's like, no. Only true stoners would have sat there and had that conversation for an hour and hid the fact that they were stoned.
Hey, where did...
Or she played on your kindness.
I found it.
Huh.
I just wanted to put it in the bag. That.
I don't know what that is.
Why are you kicking me?
It's hardcore drug. No, I'm just kidding.
Is it a sonic screwdriver?
Yes.
I always wanted one of those.
It's a sky hook.
Now I have that stupid.
What is that from?
I just keep hearing it on like random TikToks when people are doing stupid shit.
See, this is why you shouldn't watch TikTok. You get earworms, man. These little clips of songs they just repeat over like 2 seconds of them.
Yeah.
Smells like mother's crazy sister.
You know what's crazy though that TikTok came up with a new term is doom scrolling, when you're just going through stuff.
I saw someone type that in a Discord chat that I was in, and I was just like, I could not figure out what that word even meant. So thank you.
That's what that is like when you're so zoned out on your TikToks and stuff like that, and you're just scrolling. You're not really watching anything. It just goes on and on and on. Marijuana leads to carpentry. No, it doesn't.
You gotta always build a big and better pipe, man. I'm not out of wood. That shit.
I just end up painting my mask.
Yeah.
And sewing skulls and gluing moths to it.
I get real rapey. No, I'm just kidding.
I smoke things and know stuff.
I'm just messing around. We're gonna have all these.
How come I got a trigger warning and he didn't get a trigger warning?
I literally just looked away for a second. I was
you are racist. This is discrimination.
No, I just was like, la la la. Ooh, look, UHF. Plus, Nazi hookers abducted by UFOs and forced in a weight loss program.
A crime was committed here this evening.
People on the other side would be like, I knew it.
That's
I knew Frank was rapey. Look at the way he looks.
Just do me a favor, whatever you do. Don't shave your beard and just have a mustache, because then we could not be friends.
We're gonna do this for me right here.
No.
We need to digitally change a picture and just remove his beard to see what it looks like one of these days. I'm curious now.
Like the Jason Momoa one.
Yeah.
Okay, for the record, that is not what he looks like without a beard.
Of course not. Of course not.
The
facial structure is
jaw.
not correct.
And I loved all the guys that were in there, all see, he's not that hot, and I'm all. Have you never actually seen a picture of Jason Momoa? He usually
a basic high school, not even high school, a basic junior high health class will let you know that just because you shave your whole facial structure does not change.
Yeah.
It's not holding anything back. It's hiding.
I was cracking up at the people responding who are obviously so insecure with themselves that they had to try to put down Jason Momoa of all people.
It's like that your Pretty Faces on the Hell episode where at the end of it where Satan grew a beard, and Gary, they get Gary to come back, or they bring him back. He's all, a beard hides a weak chin. I mean,
I once took the time to start measuring and working out the dimensions to turn a house I was living in into a giant bong. I was going to it was going to involve a lot of cock, air compressors, and a brave person, not cock. Cock with an L. An L. There was an L in there. He's like,
say that again.
And to stand near the window was the carb.
Okay, so here's the trouble here. You got 4 stoners in the band together. They get really bored during band practices, and they're smoking ounces a day. And all of them are engineers for the most part in some way.
They keep forgetting what songs they're playing.
Well, that happened often. They would change in the middle and just do a different verse. And we would all just follow because whatever. But we decided that we were going to build what we called the bong house. It was really just a bong in the band house, but it was going to use the whole house. So we used all this flexible PVC piping everywhere. We had webcams at different stations with hoses you could pull out so we could still smoke with each other all over the house. And there's wires everywhere. The amount of time that we spent to do this and the amount of actual smoke we probably lost all over the place, regardless of the amount of duct tape we used.
Your neighbors were way more high than you guys were.
Probably. But we had already been smoking ounces without turning it on, and we were partying, and we just thought this was the coolest thing. And it was. But the way we did everything, we might have accidentally caused some structural damage to the house. That house got sold a year after, and it's not a house anymore. So, we're just trying to make sure our system was solid, but it was not designed to take that much weight with air compressors and all the things. We were just hooking into the rafters.
So I'm pretty sure this was not actually weed, but it could have been partially. One of the times that I saw Slayer, Jeff Hanneman forgot what song they were playing, mid-set, and he stood there for a second, and then he backed up to the amps, and he goes, "Oh yeah." And he starts playing again.
Oh yeah.
And then
that happens, man.
But then, within the same set, Kerry King tripped over a chord with his cordless guitar. Dave Lombardo fell off the drum set and never missed a beat.
Yep. I've seen that in person. I've seen drummers do that in person.
Yeah. And I've seen Joey Jorgensen do the same thing. He slipped off the drum set and didn't even miss a beat.
Yep. He's such a tiny person, or was. He's
and Tom forgot the words, or at least what verse he was on, and started laughing and just held the mic out because everybody else knew what verse we were on.
Yep. Been there.
It was a great show, man. Oh God. What the fuck are you doing?
Popping my toes.
You're hitting me with a cord.
Oh.
Take the cord back, please. Thank you.
I think the weirdest thing we ever made, we took one of those giant, it's like a half a bubble you see in construction sites. I'm not really sure what they're for. We took one and we put it over a kiddie pool filled full of Kool-Aid, just full of Kool-Aid. Oh, and there's always this divot right in the top. So we lined it with we found this really old spaghetti strainer, like a metal one, and slid it in there for like our bowl piece, and then we would fill it up with like an ounce or two and use a blowtorch. And we had a flexible PVC piping connected to this dome. The coolest thing about the dome is you had to put it over the pool so you could put people inside the dome. They're just swimming in Kool-Aid with the smoke everywhere. That's the coolest thing I've ever made, I think. It was nice.
Of course, all my stories involve alcohol and me.
I got a ton of those too. Don't get me wrong. I got a ton of that too. Yeah.
One time at this really let's not talk about absinthe. We're not talking about absinthe. We are not talking about fucking absinthe. It is not fucking happening.
You're all
no.
You're all alcohol. No. I was like, oh, alcohol. I get real rapey. Oh. I'm kidding.
God. Never. Oh, we went. There was this big show, this big punk show back in the day that we all called the church show. It was like right next to a church, right? And they may have even rented out like the church rec center to play this punk show. And there were some great bands there. Well, we all got fucking shit-faced. I mean, I lost some clothes, not because I wasn't wearing them, but because people ripped clothes and I gave them clothes to wear, like out of the trunk of my car.
And nothing says anti-establishment like a church.
Right?
I just wanted to... I couldn't get over that whole part of the story. I was like stuck on the whole thing. Like, it was a punk show or maybe in or near a church.
I remember there was some mod band that opened, and all of us were like, "Let's go drink during this mod band. We're good." But then some real punk bands came on. They were pretty good.
Was Night Pain there?
Yes, Night Pain was there.
Our name is Jesus is DJ. Are you ready to rock?
I think it was technically next to the church, but still. So shit-faced me. A few things happened.
Just a few.
I apparently joined a gang that night.
The Church of Scientology.
by chugging a bunch of Steel Reserves. Okay, so that happened. And then I was so drunk that I was holding on to somebody. And he gets a phone call. Where the fuck did he get his phone first off? Yay, for rebellion. And he's like, "Hey, I gotta take this. You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." He walks away, and I'm literally on the corner on the side, the street, the sidewalk there, off of like Euclid and Brookhurst or some shit, like two major streets.
And there's me.
And I literally
trench
just
coat,
laid down,
fedora, standing in the shadows and staring.
I literally laid down on the sidewalk and just curled up in a ball and went to sleep.
I made my move 5 years later.
And then he came back and picked me up eventually, I guess, or someone else.
I mean, I hope so, because you're here.
I had to leave. I saw lights and everything.
Would you stop?
I'm sorry.
And then later that night, I ended up trying to walk through the drive-thru of Jack in the Box, and they wouldn't let me order. Yeah, so then I got 3 other friends to stand, one on this side and 2 behind us, and we tried to act like we were a car.
There's me.
You'd be surprised how often that
in
doesn't
the bushes
work.
With binoculars staring at you.
It doesn't work. By the way, it does not work. So
but they will laugh at you.
I stood there and hey mistered for some tacos.
Did you at least do the beep beep? Okay, good, because that's what I was envisioning. I would have been disappointed otherwise.
I ended up standing there and hey mistering for some tacos. I was like, "I got $2. Can you get me 4 tacos?" Hey mister.
It's like the kids that are standing out in front of the liquor store trying to con someone into buying them liquor, and she just wants some fucking tacos.
That's what a hey mister is when you're
I know
hey
that's
mister,
what I'm laughing about it.
So I basically just hey mistered for some tacos from Jack in the Box I'm still pretty sure are made out of pigeon, but they're tasty, so I don't care.
I'm literally having this whole scene in my head where like it's the continue on with whatever I was saying, where you all of a sudden you fall, and then there I am with a trench coat on, and I lift you up, and you look into my eyes, and all of a sudden that's when like the Ramones play and the credits play and all this other stuff.
See, the problem here is that you're 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
And this happened when I was like 15. So
yeah,
I learned a lot about him that suggests to me that was a possibility.
It was very much a possibility.
So like, yeah.
He's like comparing himself to the mysterious stranger from the Fallout franchise. By the way, shows up in the fedora and the trench coat, just saves your life.
I never played Fallout.
Yes, but I have in front of you.
Till a couple years ago.
I started to play a little bit of it, and I just never got into it.
I started because of Fallout 76, like the day it came out, because Michelle really loved the games. I'd never played them, but it was, we could play it together.
I stopped playing because of 76 because of someone named Michelle.
I promise you it wasn't her. Because she doesn't ever go by her real name on that, I promise you. But we played it together a lot, and she got me into it because there's like Wendigos in it, Snallygasters. There's all this cryptid shit like all over it. There's even like a secret like pretty much like a coast to coast type series of tapes that you can get listened to.
I know.
Really yeah, I love it.
I mean, they have it in like New Vegas and stuff like that too.
See, I'd never played any of the other ones or seen them played, so that got me to go back and start over with one. The first two that were like the mouse you just clicked on shit and it was really poorly done. But they were still fun. The stories were great. And then now I've played through every game except for 4 I haven't finished beating yet. But I'm addicted to them now. And I've been looking at the set pictures for the show that's coming out.
Yeah.
Looks good, man. You got to get back into 76. Actually, no, you need to get a PlayStation and ditch that Xbox and then play 76. Oh, you do?
We have both.
Man,
yeah.
We're balling, yo.
We got so much swag over here. It's not even funny,
I'm
yo.
super anti-Xbox. I didn't used to be, but I'm super anti-Xbox.
Hexxus, you're the most romantic person I've met.
I'm pretty romantic.
You definitely got to play some shit, man, and stream it.
I've been streaming Mass Effect 2 now.
Duh.
I'm about to get that because...
Sorry. The way you said that.
I can't remember if all the Mass Effect games are on the PS Plus now, or if it's coming to PS. I can't remember which.
Which one?
All the
Mass
trilogy. Effects. Yeah.
Oh no, they're all
actually. There's more than a trilogy now because they have Andromeda.
Yeah, but Andromeda was already on there.
That's just.
I got an email about them putting the first 3 on there in the collection. I just didn't know if it was there.
No, it's all on there now.
I've seen them. Okay, cool.
I got pissed off at my Dragon Age game because I picked the wrong team at the end, and I really don't want to back up that far to pick the right team. And I'm just trying to beat the Archdemon right now. Right. And so now I'm back over on Mass Effect 2 because I already beat 1. I'm back over on 2. I've only ever
seen a little bit of Andromeda. I've never seen any of the other games played. So I'm like that though. Like I will have heard of a franchise, but I'll save it, and then one day I'll play it and I'll play all of it like obsessively.
I'm literally at the point where I've almost collected most of my team, but I still haven't collected my love interest from the first game, and so that's what my goal is right now. Although I've gained loyalty of all the people that I've already gathered.
Right.
And I can't say it because I'm going to ruin it. Never mind.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You know what? I think it's been long enough.
I was going to say it.
I totally got Grunt to be part of Clan Erdnot. So, and Rex, Erdnot Rex is from the first game. It's one of your companions. And Grunt, if you guys don't know, is like a test tube baby, basically. And it was supposed to be a means to stop the genophage. At least that's what this crazy mad scientist was trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's not really how it happened, but out of all of this, Grunt ended up being the best specimen, and he ends up on your team because you basically save him. And I got him, he starts acting weird, and I'm like, oh, adolescence. And so I was like, okay, I knew that I had to go talk to Rex. So I get to talk to Rex. And then we put him through his trials, and he ends up being part of Clan Erdnot. And I'm all stoked right now. And I'm just trying to gain enough clout with Morden Solus right now, who is the Solarian. Because at one point you can get him to sing, I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. Yeah. That's
fucking epic.
He changes the entire song around, to match
the
theme. But it's great. It is great, and I miss it.
That's epic.
So, I'm trying to get back, I found my N7 patch the other day. I really need to sew this onto my jacket. WoW is currently giving away some pet and mounts, and tomorrow a firecracker toy for people watching Twitch streams that are set up for it. Just a heads up. Ah! I literally have to start from ground zero.
Yeah, I don't have it either. I don't have it at all. I'd have to start.
I used to.
I was going to get back into it, and I had WoW Classic at one point again, and then I don't know. I deleted everything, and I never went to the how it is now. I've never seen it or played it how it is.
The only thing I ever played of that was the RTS.
I even had a red panda from Pandaria.
I prefer those, to be honest.
Yeah, they're not Warcraft. What it's Warcraft. What is it?
I didn't know what you said.
They were just called Warcraft.
No. Was it Warcraft?
Yeah, it was just Warcraft.
The original, yeah.
Yeah, the RTS and all that stuff. That was so cool.
Like Command and Conquer, StarCraft.
Yeah.
Age of Empires.
Oh.
I still play those games like that sometimes.
I was playing League of Legends for a while.
See,
and
I didn't
Diablo.
know that about you until just now because I play League of Legends and actually haven't played for a bit.
I haven't played for a long time. Well, at least 5 years.
I wreck still Soraka support. I will heal and murder everyone in 5 seconds. That was a good couple years. That was a good 2 years ago or so when I was doing that frequently. But I taught myself how to play the game on a track. It was like, holy shit.
Hey, it's only an hour and 12 minutes so far.
You know that we never shut up.
I actually have. Oh God, my brain just stopped. Give me a second.
That's what happened when I was telling you guys that story earlier about the challenge game my brother used to play. There was one in particular I was going to try and tell you guys, and I just started getting into the story. And I just completely was like, nope, that memory's gone.
Oh my God.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
What?
I'm trying to think of Cho'Gall.
I have no idea.
I thought there was a technical thing going.
No, my brain. I was trying to think of Cho'Gall.
I heard you go. I thought you guys were freezing. I'm like,
uh-oh.
I didn't even find it on here. But Cho'Gall. It's literally a 2-person, 2 people have to play this one character together. And it was a special character originally. I think people can buy it now.
Yeah.
And one of them's melee and one of them's a caster. And the thing I always thought was hilarious was when you have their mount, they carry the mount.
Yeah.
Cho'Gall is one of my favorite characters.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
I just blanked on what the name was. My brain was like, Gall, something Gall.
I always get I would always specialize in the really weird characters when they put them out, and I just love support characters because I was always high when I played the game, and I got good enough that I could go in and help jungle if they needed it. I just bounce around, and I remember Tom Kench came out. And he's just basically a giant catfish, and he eats people and does weird shit. I had that character mastered. I think the first 2 weeks it was out. To this day, I can go in right into a battle with you side by side, and right as they're about to kill you the second before, I just eat you and walk away. You're still alive. People get pissed as fuck about that.
So yeah, Heroes of the Storm. Sorry, I was thinking of Heroes of the Storm.
Okay. I was gonna say because I thought the only show I thought was Cho'Gath.
No, this is Heroes of the Storm. But yeah, Cho'Gall came out during one of the BlizzCons. That that happened to be the year that I bought the digital BlizzCon tickets. Okay. And so I got to literally, because you can keep it for 2 weeks, so you get the opportunity to watch every single fucking panel.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to physically go to BlizzCon that year, but I think I got one up on the people that did go, other than, some of the cool things that they got to get from going. It would be kind of worth it to buy both tickets, like digital and the physical, because I got to spend 2 weeks listening to all of the panels that they had. I was able to go through all of it.
I think if you were going to go, and you knew you weren't going to see everything, it'd be worth it to maybe buy a little less there so you could experience more or save up more or whatever, and then you could go home and right after the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything you missed that you wanted to see, you focus on the shit you could only get in person.
Yeah, it was great.
Perfect.
We had a couple years in a row. We went to Blizzard Entertainment in Irvine, and we did the whole tour and everything.
Oh yeah.
And God, what? I think one of the years that we went, they were about to put out Wrath of the Lich King.
Man,
but
Blizzard was a big part of my childhood. Just Diablo 1 alone was such a giant chunk of my childhood.
Well, the crazy part is when you run into friends from high school that work there, and I was like, motherfucker, you've never got me in here.
Where's that? It's in Los Angeles.
You ever see that show, The Guild?
It's in Irvine.
Irvine, yeah.
Huh?
Have you ever seen that TV show or web show called The Guild?
Yes!
So it's like that when she finally gets
Alicia
to work
Day is my favorite person.
It's like when she finally gets to work at the company that makes their game, she gets to work there in the last season, and all of a sudden all her friends are just showing up from the guild, just showing up hey, you got to get me in now. That's what they should have been doing for you, man. And you and all your friends. They should just hey, I work at Blizzard, come on down.
Yeah, I'm just, I was jelly because one of the coolest things that I have to give props to Blizzard for is they understand that creative people can't be locked into a desk.
Yeah, no.
Yes, obviously they have their desk, they have
they just
their area, but they have things to do that they can kind of take a mental break there.
Yeah.
They have volleyball courts. They have all kinds of stuff. And Starbucks thinks my name is Jelly. What's up?
Hello. I'm just thinking about peanut butter jelly time.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at?
There you go.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter
Brian Griffin. No, I'm thinking of Iraq lobster.
Iraq lobster.
Death to America and butter sauce. Don't boil me.
Birds.
I'm still alive. Iraq lobster.
Iraq lobster.
Sometimes I wonder what the people on the other side of the wall of the social room I start to realize that at a certain point that I'm getting really loud because now I have a monitor so I can hear myself.
I forgot that I had to have my mic hooked up.
There's this device called a microphone, and you plug it in. I'm done with that.
I absolutely love. I'm telling you, we cannot have a show without referencing something Seth MacFarlane at least once. We've tried not to. Hey, how are you?
You've entered at the perfect time. If everyone will just check under their seat.
We kept doing the fingernailsforcash.com. Fingernails for cash. Just give me all your fingernails and I'll give you some cash.
Fingernails
Fingernails for cash. Just give me all your fingernails and don't ask me.
There's a loop.
I don't want to ask any questions about what's happening.
Because I might be building a fort with them.
Huh?
Okay, guys, we've got to figure this out because I have a loop going on.
Your loop? A loop?
A loop.
Yeah, she's actually harmonizing with herself because she's singing and then she's singing again.
Alrighty then.
To be fair.
To be fair.
That sounds so fucking cool.
Ba 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 ba.
Oh, I thought I had to be the high one. Oh, I think everybody else is.
We were all surprised by that.
I think we all are.
Just jumped right in there. I appreciate that, man.
Okay. How can we help
in
you?
a barbershop quartet in high school, so that's even funnier.
I'm gonna leave and come back in. How's that work?
Okay, try that.
I just got a message from my wife who's sitting on the bed like right over here, and she just said, "No more edibles for you."
Estrella, good, best thing to come
into. There are people in this room that only ever hear my part of the entire show, every show, just my part, and I can't even imagine. Even the serious shows, I can't imagine how fucked up that is. I'm gonna put a recorder out there and just tape just my part and just listen back to it one day to see how.
Hey,
it sounds.
hey.
Like,
Okay, I figured out what was wrong.
What?
Not only
You
did I
had it set
forget.
to loop.
No, not only did I forget to plug in my mic and my headphones when I joined, I had it running on YouTube as well at the same time.
Yes.
So that was
So
a pressing
it was-
mission. You had to experience the technical difficulty.
But that was really cool, actually, when you all started doing stuff. Like, I'm the only one who got to enjoy it, but thank you. You're tickling.
She tells me I'm not allowed to have any more edibles. I'm gonna immediately pack something. I felt like at the perfect time for it, voice. You should not encourage me to buy things that make this more difficult for all of us.
I thought at first that Raz had just recorded me saying, like, oh, I totally forgot to plug in my microphone.
That's something I would do, though. That's why
Pointing
she
it back
thought
at
that.
me. And then it just kept going. And I was like, oh, no, there's a lot more happening here.
Let it sink in that she thought that was a possibility because it is.
That Raz could, you would have to have the ability to jump a few seconds ahead to catch what she was saying, then come back and play it
No, I got
just
friends in the
slightly a
future. It's called New
millisecond
Zealand.
off.
It's our mind connection, you know? We share the brain. When we're both together, there's like a Voldemort type of thing. You know?
I've got like an epic, quick edible story that happened at the haunt. For those of you that don't know, I did not appear in person. I appeared as only a sock puppet throughout the whole back section of the Screwed Up Clown House. My job was to distract people so you get jump scares. But
And wait,
see
add the best part that you had awesome makeup on and never showed
Oh my
it
god, I was
because
frozen
you
to
had a
death.
sock puppet.
I was Jack Frost. I was frozen to death
You
with
have
like
to.
gel, like ice. Like it was amazing. And
Instead, you just pulled a freaking
No.
Bobcat Goathwaite.
Listen, it was me and Matt. We were the only adults, and there was like 4 or 5 kids we were trying to work with. Well, 3 or 4 kids. We've been trying to work
I'm
with. They like
scared that
get
you
them
were
to
one of
open
the
up.
only adults.
I'm one of the acting managers. So I'm back there.
So
and
when I'm at a haunt, I get a little rapey.
I was trying to teach them
kidding,
more
I'm
about how to do like jump scares and get distractions for the jump scares. So I just did support, and I would pop out and like freak them out with the sock puppet, and so the actor would actually get their whole jump scare. So it was helpful for training. It just was fun for me. But I took it too far because I would pop out, like the sock would just be like, "Psst, come here. And it's a Christmas sock with eyes glued onto it. That's it. It's a sock. And I'm like, hey, what's your name? Where are you from? I don't fucking care. And the sock would just disappear. And you would see him like 3 or 4 times for them out. I was singing like inappropriate Christmas carols that I should not have been singing. And I would just pop out and go, jump scare. That's it, just jump scare. Well, then they decided I needed to walk through the haunt and just check on everybody, see how everybody was doing, give them some critiques. And I decided I'm not going through. The sock puppet's going through. So I've got Emma and Karen like in the front, and I've got the sock like between them. And I'm like ducking down so it looks like they're walking with the sock. And I would not interact with any of my employees, only the sock did. And people are dying. We get to an interactive childbirth scene where it's called Baby Boy. The doll is on a track. And it
We
shoots
get
out of
to
the
an
back.
interactive.
Yes. Yeah, it's a comedy thing. If you saw it,
right there.
we
We
won
get to
we
an
won an award for
interactive
this.
childbirth station.
Hey, Booty Baby Boy has one award. We also call him Yeetus the Fetus. But the baby shoots out on a track, but it's out of her butt because she's flipped over, right? That's how it was made. It's a joke. And the person's like, okay, I need one of the three of you. And Emma goes, there's four of us. And the sock just raises up and looks at her. And the actor's trying not to die. Like I see the look in her eyes. But she pulls it together and says, well, I need a volunteer to help me birth this child. Emma goes, he can do it, points at the sock. So here I am, moving the sock down to the end of this table, like trying to figure out what's going on. And Emma's pregnant. She's going to pop any day now, like any second. And she wanted to go through the haunt. So I told her she had that baby in that haunt. That sock was delivering it. And that's just how it was going to be. So she makes the sock volunteer for the delivery. And the dog gets stuck on the way out. Drag. The sock looks over and goes, I hope that doesn't happen to you. And the whole and I love her to death. But the whole time I'm screwing with my actors and my fellow employees that I'm going through with, but every single person's like popping out to scare. And they jump out and see the sock. And you see that moment in their eyes where they don't know whether they're just going to go with it because it's me or whether it's going to break them. And I got to be honest, 3/4 of everybody just pretended the sock was real. It was impressive. The sock got scared and freaked out, but I mean, I had a couple edibles because my friend kept putting these. They were nuts, pecans and almonds.
They were nuts.
So these are edibles. You want some? I'm like, yeah. She like literally gives me a handful, and I'm just eating them. And I was like, hey, how strong are these? And she's like, and she told me, and I'm like,
So, have you thought of, with you have the baby shooting out of the butt onto the train tracks, have you thought of going into illuminated manuscripts?
Train tracks, not train tracks.
Oh, I thought train tracks.
The baby is on a track because what happened was we found out that the baby is not properly
flying
tracked.
and then landed on a train tracks, and then like a train was going to come after it.
That got evil fast.
No, but the reason why it's on a
That's
track
right on Halloween,
is
dude.
because if it's not properly tethered to a track, it actually shoots out of rest and up over a wall into another scene if it's not properly affixed. It's happened several times where the actor's done it and the baby just goes, woo. But now it'll just fly against the wall if it happens, and that's somehow better. Yes, it's flown over 2 scenes away over walls. Just
what do those people think? They're just like hanging out.
Weird things happen in our hunt. Sometimes babies fly over walls.
That's why it's Yeetus the fetus.
You just walk around and you're like, yep.
Okay, my brain took it too far. I guess I'm the one who has to start doing illuminated manuscripts. But those old
you've got actors humping 8 props like we've discussed. I mean, there's babies flying over walls.
On an angel.
Some kid running out of the haunt and grabbing his eye after he got hit by a fetus.
By old Yeetus.
Oh, now we have to go.
I'm trying to get tall. I can't.
It's far too late.
I do that.
Yay!
I can't. My chair is broken. I can't make it go a bit taller.
He's in my chair because I hate my chair right now.
I can just sit up and
get near the mic.
I can't reach the floor now.
By the way, I want to let everybody know that I found this out the other night when we first did the podcast. When I got this lovely mic that they gave me, and there's on the screens going on, and I was trying to like crush cans and do everything, and Hexxus and I were basically cracking each other up to see who would pee first.
Right.
I thought I was hitting mute, and it doesn't work on StreamYard. And they didn't tell me. They just let me do this for 2 hours and 25 minutes. So I just want you to know.
Okay, click.
Wait.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about that.
At no point in the thing did you even write me a note and protect. By the way, use the mute on the screen.
I was just like, whatever. She's crushing cans. Cool.
Delphine's asserting her dominance here. I'm just gonna let this fly.
I'm just gonna look at you.
I have
crush cans.
Suggested a story that ended that way. Or I have a story that ended the way she suggested. Wait,
you had a fetus that flew onto
Listen,
the train tracks?
We are very stoned right now. You're gonna have to remind us about what she suggested.
You know, the sad part is I'm really not. And I'm trying to be. I keep taking sips of that freaking cup.
Yeah, what is her
We're classy.
What you need is a flaming crusty. Better known as the flaming Homer.
See, I brought
this
a
is completely
story.
legal in California. That's why I'm doing this. Just
we have it here too.
And it tastes like sweet tart.
See, I'm dipping off camera every time I hit this pipe, and here she is. I got THC syrup, and I'm gonna have a sip.
She
cool,
might as well
refreshing taste.
Well, let's just go ahead and do some rails here.
I can snort my coffee.
So
I want to hear Jenny's story about the kid in the train tracks. Because that's awesome.
Bath salts, the choice of the next generation.
Come on, Jenny. You can't hold out
train
now.
tracks thing. Okay.
We need it.
We're gonna sit here in awkward silence until she tells us.
Jenny. Jenny. Type.
We love Satan. Satan is good.
I'm gonna get my soundboard working next week.
This button just says the numbers 9277. We're gonna see what it does. Why is that a button? That's a button that does that. I don't know why that button does that.
Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Snazzy.
Flag means life.
Our flag means life.
That's a hard echo. I dig it.
All.
Yeah.
We're the hall.
Ha 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 ha.
But it's not a 30-second.
Valley.
Did you say Valium?
Room is boring.
People are listening. To
Original.
This is
Original.
Okay, Raz number 6. What does it do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it says PUBG.
What the fuck?
We don't like number 6.
Well, number 5 was that other one, the 9277 button. That I don't know what that was. I was about to get rickrolled.
Right. Wait.
It happened to me once on what is it? It's the cheating streaming site, Twitch Tuner. I was on Couch Tuner, and you always have to turn off the ads. And I clicked one of them to turn it off, and it literally took me to YouTube and rickrolled me.
I feel like I should be writing lyrics to this song, whatever this song is.
It's about to get a little blue.
It's called
porno music.
BBC.
This is good old StreamYard.
Wait. Ready?
Night driving. Yeah.
I'm gonna have Opus number 1 on there, the Cisco hold music when I get mine.
This song is for all the ladies.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Ready?
Give me something funky, man.
Are you? Like,
And just to let you guys know, tomorrow is the Super Slippy Special Spectacular. So you guys must know this music will be happening. And there will most definitely be some kind of fashion show. I guarantee it.
what's the acoustic cinema?
Acoustic cinematic.
Oh,
Lame.
that's
Yeah.
lame.
Like
I'm
some
telling you.
70s guy is gonna come marching down a runway to this shit.
So we really have to do this. We have to have an episode where we do everything in the Chipmunk voice for all of us with that music as serious as possible. The first one to crack loses.
I'm gonna be the first one to lose. I can't even keep a straight face in the haunt.
Soundboard challenge.
Hexxus, you and I are like Tim Conway, and I just had his name on the. We can't stop making each other laugh.
Right.
Harvey Korman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just like half. I've noticed this. Half of the what was the name of the show I was just talking about with Harvey Korman and Tim Conway, and Mama's Family came from it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah, there you go.
Like like a good 40% of the Carol Burnett show was just everybody staring at their feet while they were laughing so hard trying to get it together because Tim Conway would just say a word. And they just, or then he'd like look at him and then they'd just start again. I love that.
Nights we have to do this and play Cards Against Humanity because that would be epic.
That would be. I think there's like an online version of it too. Where
there is, I got a link to it.
I have Cards Against
any
Humanity
single
right
expansion
there.
ever, including you can add blank cards to your hand, so you can make up your own answers. It's awesome.
What was the most provocative one? Was it Daniel Radcliffe's sweet a young ass or something like that, or it was something along those lines?
Yeah, that was in the Crabs Adjust Humidity expansion, or one of them. Yeah, one of those.
Okay, Jenny finally did get back to us and say that's hard. Look up Catching a Friend on YouTube. So that makes me once again think if it was yeeted onto the train tracks and you're catching it.
You were seeing the Beast movies?
Oh, what?
What happened? Are you watching it?
Climb
every mountain.
Hey, check out my podcast. It's just two regular guys talking about.
Hey guys,
thong crust.
Two brothers.
Two brothers.
There's going to be explosions.
Who are brothers? Who are also brothers. And
they're just two brothers.
That's
scorpions, female scorpions.
Ladies, real old.
Oh, the ghost kid caught her after the train.
After the train.
Was she a ghost kid too?
Oh.
Or did she become a ghost kid during that whole scenario?
I'm trying to find the online Cards Against Humanity game.
It's like Pretend You're XXY, I think is the name of it. I'll just look it up
again. Is it Zizix?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Should we tell them about one of the show ideas upcoming for next season?
For what?
For games?
Oh yeah.
With the D&D one.
I
that's one.
Yeah. We're definitely going to do a whole D&D podcast.
We have a bunch of new things that we're looking into doing, and we're going to see what works and what doesn't, and hopefully
I'm going to
get a couple of new shows.
I'm going to be a terribly difficult player with D&D because that's what I do.
You just that because you've never had the perfect DM for you. That's all.
I used to get called in to be the TPKer by one of my friends. I used to play with them, and I couldn't play regularly anymore. So they would when the party was getting too cocky, they'd be like, "Can you come in and just?" And one time it was, "Can you be a level 1 Kender vampire? You're in Strahd's castle or whatever, and blah blah blah." And they were killing all the people I saw. I'm like, "You're being a very bad guest if you actually want to go talk to him. You don't just go around and kill all of his friends. What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then I backstab one when they couldn't see it, and they got into this room where they could have gotten a lot of help because an avatar to one of the great good gods was there. And I was just like, "Oh, this piece of trash," and start vandalizing it. But I totally killed the entire party before they made it anywhere.
I robbed my party with my last good character, my changeling rogue, and I would only mostly play him through secret messages to the DM on Discord because I didn't want anyone to know what I was doing. And suddenly he would just go, "Raz, make a roll," and the whole party's like, "Fuck." I would rob everyone blind, but have the perfect excuse to fast talk them to say what really happened. And then I would just start buying them things because I realized they were big and strong and I was going to die. So I would give them gifts, which was really just me buying shit so they would keep me alive, so I could rob more from them. It was fantastic.
Okay, so
what are you doing here? She's on another screen clicking on all these boxes. I was like, what's going on here?
Are you checking out Zixi?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
yeah, you basically just make the game with whatever packs you want, and you like send your invite code or whatever, and then everybody's in the same screen and you play it together.
Okay.
It's literally that easy. We love doing it. It was a lot of fun because we would have whole shows like just dedicated to us being fucked up and doing that. You can set your round limit, like your win limits and everything.
Did you know that now Tenders writing space hamsters are technically canon for WotC now?
Nice.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Well, they're like pygmy giant space hamsters or something. So it's like we took a big thing and made a smaller version of it. So I don't know. Yeah. Kender are so much fun though.
I don't know if this is gonna work.
I don't think it's gonna work. We're doing this on the fly right now. What are you doing?
It's one of those things that's actually super easy to do. Like it really is. It seems more complicated. I just haven't done it in a while.
My computer stops working because of the virus we just got now.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
Totally fine, yeah. We used it. I've used that thing hundreds of times. Oh, that'd be messed up. I can totally do that though. The Jenny's comment just now.
Raz is Helsing abridged writer for Alucard.
Oh, some of those are great. The Dragon Ball Z Team 4-Star stuff. The abridged is so good.
Yeah.
Delphine has joined.
Sweet.
Has joined.
Wait, can
Green Warrior needs weed bad.
Can we screen share this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes, you can. You can screen share it. Because that's exactly what we did. We were doing like I think just Twitch and YouTube at the time when we did it, but yeah, we would always that way they could at least see what was going on.
Oh, so if we actually did this here,
yeah, it's
okay. I see Del.
Easy as you're thinking it's going to be.
Well, no, I'm just saying if we actually did this, I could go get on the laptop and we could all have.
Yeah.
Yes, I made a four-player limit.
Well, I'm not going to do it right now.
Why not? The laptop's right there.
Okay, I don't get how to do the. How
I'm waiting for one more person to jump in so that I can hit start game.
Oh,
you have
okay.
to send the code to other people.
I did.
You did?
It's in private chat.
Go into the private chat.
Oh man, I just was switching over and looking at Facebook. Like, where is it?
Ow. Makeup.
This will be my first time ever playing. I don't have friends, so.
I selected all the expansions, by the way.
You're gonna regret that. What's the game's password?
I sent it to you.
I know, but when I come in, it says I need a password. Hold on.
Yeah,
go
put in your name, chat. And then you go into private chat and use that one.
What was Brian Griffin's private chat name or something? It wasn't like P Hound or something like that.
Oh, because there's. Oh, never mind. I see why. Man, I'm not stoned. I had a really good name too. Now I'm going to be lazy and just be rad.
I just put my name.
Oh no, I usually do terrible things in there usually.
Okay, so how does this start?
Go get on the laptop.
You literally just hit the start button.
Start game.
Yep.
And give me a second here.
So the rule we had was that whoever's the cards are has to not only read the black card, but they have to read all the answers and explain why they're choosing the one they chose. Just because it's funnier that way when you're doing it for an audience.
Okay, I think this is it.
Go back. It is. Go back over.
So yeah, you're the card czar.
Oh, but now everybody can see all my stuff.
Yeah. Well,
it doesn't matter. I mean,
and wait,
we should be on the honor system anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Why am I supposed to go back over? I can't play if we go back over.
I just wanted to see how it looked. It feels like we're.
I am the card czar.
Oh, we got girls18.site in here. They really want us to find true love. I really appreciate that, my friend. You have a good time too, and I hope you find your love as well.
Okay, so I choose my card and then I confirm
do you like wiener enhancement? Hello.
I love this. Have a good time, heart. Find your love.
Have a good time.
cherries.
So
grow your penis for Russian rubles.
Del, you and I have to pick whatever card that we think is going to win.
Now I can't get it to go
or
away.
really whatever card you want them to say out loud because it's funny. That's it.
Okay, so press down, left, right, B to unleash.
Damn, girl, you did some rhythm. I'm sorry, I'm stoned.
Why won't it let me choose a card?
No, you don't get to. That's what I'm explaining. You're the card czar. That means you're in charge of who wins this round. So only we can play. So what me and Del have to do is choose your white card and highlight it. And then to the left, under the black card, it'll say confirm selection.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Okay, let's do this.
And what you do now is you read the black card, you read your options, and then you pick it, you just highlight it and select it, and that's the end of the round.
Okay.
Let's
press
do this.
down, left, right, B to unleash Vulcan sex madness. Or
fucking a corpse back alive.
Hello. This is why you need to get the laptop.
It's funny if you read the black card before the white card every single time.
Thank you.
It changes your shit.
Exactly. Instead of somebody jumping ahead.
It's not a choose your own adventure. You can't jump from page 1 to 42.
Yes, you can.
Press down, left, right, B to unleash fucking a corpse back to life.
Resurrection.
I choose this. Fucking a corpse back to life.
And now, the point.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Now what do we do?
Did you confirm your selection?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh.
Yep.
I am the card czar this time around.
Yep.
So
go ahead and read the black card.
So you got to take your screen down so I can't see it. Did you?
Oh. I guess stop sharing. Now you need to share your screen.
I don't know how to
all,
share my
like,
screen.
really share
We can
screens
just
if we don't want to.
We can just read that way when we read them. Like Hexxus can't just jump the gun because he won't be close enough to see it.
I told him to get on the laptop.
Get the laptop out. God, this is more awkward than the time I discovered. I mean,
okay, we are not going to do cut scenes.
What?
No cut scenes.
Wouldn't that be awesome if we could really do that?
Yeah.
It's just.
Hold on. All right,
really?
Go ahead. I'm doing that for him.
Okay.
Under his own name.
What did you do?
I sent you the link inside the main chat and the password so you could join in. I limited it to 4 people so only us can play.
Password 8675309.
Yes.
We got your number.
That was Jenny's password. You know that, right?
Yes, Jenny, I've got your number. I'm gonna make you mine. Jenny, don't change your number.
I got a little rapey back in the 80s. I'm not gonna lie.
Jenny's a little rapey a lot. Okay, let's do this. Go ahead, read the black one.
I don't have cards showing up here.
Okay, it says next week on the Discovery Channel, one man must survive in the depths of the Amazon with only blank and his wits.
Yeah, you're
I'm the card czar though. But it's not showing me.
What just happened? I just got booted.
Yeah, it's just now. I don't know. Now I need to start the game. What?
I don't know what happened.
How did I just
start
get
the
booted?
game again? I don't know. I didn't get. But when you guys were saying that, I didn't get any white cards to show up. There was just the
no,
black
you weren't
card.
supposed to yet. You were only supposed to read the black card, and then we were going to.
It says I was idle.
Oh, I thought that. Oh well.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Do you want me to start?
Oh yeah.
Game?
Yeah, because
it booted me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you back in?
Did you get in here?
I'm back in.
No,
okay.
I'm trying to.
Hold on, is she back in? Are you back in the game?
I'm back in, but it Somebody needs to hit start game.
I
someone
did.
Yeah. It started. If it did on your end, you just have to reset it real quick. That's weird. I've never had that happen before.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Now I'm the cards are again.
Okay.
So,
It'll start the score over though.
Just copy and paste. Why are you typing numbers? What are you doing?
There's a password, remember?
Yeah, but it's not numbers.
I thought there was a number in it, wasn't there?
No.
There was. I don't even remember what it was until I just looked over there.
All right. When all else fails, I can always masturbate too. I am simply typing to not get booted. Error, you are not an administrator. Fight me. When all else fails, I can always masturbate to the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah.
When all else fails, I can always masturbate to an uninterrupted history of imperialism and exploitation. That one. Okay. So now how do we...
Can you send that to my Hexxus page and not the other page?
I sent it as Hexxus.
I am the czar again. So you guys answer.
Okay. Oh, the other chat.
What?
So what we want to do, is make sure you read it before we pop our answers up, so they can, in case they can't see the screen or whatever.
I got booted again.
How did
you might need to reset the idle? There's an idle timer on there. You might just need to put it max just to be safe. That's okay because he's still getting in too. So
I don't see how to do that.
What's the nickname on here?
There is no nickname. I put it under Akka. Okay, here we go. Do you have it? Astronomers?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the part we need you to read.
Okay, astronomers have discovered that the universe consists of 5% ordinary matter, 25% dark matter, and 70%.
Let's see. Okay.
Okay. Astronomers have discovered that the universe consists of 5% ordinary matter, 25% dark matter, and 70% Gogurt. Or, astronomers have discovered that the universe consists of 5% ordinary matter, 25% dark matter, and 70% a pangender octopus who roams the cosmos in search of love. That one wins for sure.
You have to click on it.
Gains a point.
Why is it being weird? It doesn't show me that I gained a point.
Bottom left, if you scroll down, there's a little scoreboard thing.
No, I know, but
yeah, it says you got one.
There we go. I have to literally refresh every game.
That's weird.
Okay, Raz, you are the card czar.
What do you think? Money grows on trees? I'm not paying for blank. It's like the match game, man. You got to announce it, like you're a cheesy old school 70s game show
host.
I want to be Michael Buffer.
What do you think? Money grows on trees? I'm not paying for the cock ring of alacrity. What do you think? Money grows on trees? I'm not paying for crab apples all over the fucking sidewalk. And that's going to be crab apples all over the fucking sidewalk for the win.
Yeah. Nice.
Yay.
That was good. I clicked. There it goes. It just took a minute.
Oh, here we go. In the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with blank for the first time.
I think some of these need to have the pronouns changed a little bit. Like, so that they fit the questions. I don't know. Just a me thing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Don't time out. Don't time out.
I did.
What's the name of the group?
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm here. How my cards are. There I am, cards are. Okay. It should just say, I don't think we have a name of the group. Just
You click that thing, put in your name, and then put in the password, and you'll just join the group.
Yeah, it's not taking me there. So
I don't know why it's doing that. It literally should just take you directly to it.
oh well.
Hold on.
Oh, it's fine.
Go into the chat between you and me. And then it'll just simply ask for a password. Okay, go ahead.
Hope y'all are having fun. While we work through technical difficulties.
Yay! Frank is in!
Yay!
That's weird. I don't know why I was doing that.
So again, in the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with blank for the first time. We're missing one.
How do you do it?
You click and then confirm selection.
Pick the white card, and then the confirm selection button is right underneath the black card.
Scroll down. Why don't you have any white cards? Oh, maybe because we started this round without you?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that could be it.
That's why.
Okay. So, in the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with Chris Hemsworth for the first time.
Wasn't she dating like one of his brothers or something at some point?
Yep. Leo?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
In the new Disney Channel movie, Hannah Montana struggles with opening your mouth to talk and a big penis flops out for the first time. Okay, that one wins. Next round.
These cards are horrible.
No, they get way worse. And did you include any blank ones?
I don't know.
We'll find
I just
out.
did. I selected everything. Frank, you are the card czar.
I.
So you read here.
Yeah, I get that.
And you can't choose. We do.
I So
read the black card.
I just realized
okay.
My whole light thing was off.
That's bullshit. Can't fire me for haha.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. Somebody did. Okay, there it goes.
What is it? Okay, so that's bullshit. They can't fire me for a whole different way of a whole different way of talking skills. A whole different way of talking called Spanish. Oh, that's
yeah. Your talking skills
slowly
are great
evaporating.
You gotta read the whole thing.
Read the whole thing.
Okay. Slowly evaporating.
No.
Oh my god. That's bullshit. They can't fire me for slowly evaporating. That's bullshit. They can't fire me for extracting the maximum amount of money from naive consumers. I'm going to go with slowly evaporating.
Slowly.
So my
click
first
on
time
it,
playing.
I did.
and then confirm selection.
Oh, I should confirm selection. Yay. I did it.
Dells up to 3.
So sometimes I've discovered you need to just refresh it, but it might just be me right now.
Ooh, I am the card czar again. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? B1, I think I am. B2, it's blank time.
I really can't use this one.
It's adventure time. I can't even do that thing. My voice is.
I gotta look at god, this is awesome.
Now, is there a way? I'm asking while I'm the Charizard, but Charizard, not the Charizard.
Oh,
Charizard! Is there a way for getting rid of cards if they're just too gross for you to actually use, or
no?
can you not?
I think it's actually.
Use them,
I think you have to use them.
No, there used to be a way in this because in the normal game, like you can, there's a discard function, and I swore there was on this one too, but
I think this is your duty as an American to play those disgusting cards.
Okay. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1? I think I am, B2. It's pulling the butt cheeks apart so the fart comes out quieter time. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1? I think I am, B2. It's vomiting mid blowjob time.
half the fun of this game is making someone say something. That's really what this is.
And our final option for this round is, are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1? I think I am, B2. It's Cardi B time.
I feel like that goes very well with vomiting mid blowjob time.
It does. Basically same.
I'm sorry, but I have to go with the fart joke. It was too much fun.
so was vomiting mid blowjob.
It was a toss up, but it was much more intricate to read the whole.
Yeah, you can actually take that and put it behind everything.
Into that one.
I'm gonna do my shark punching voice on this one. Give me 10 good men in 48 hours, and I'll get you blank. Give me 10 good hours, or give me 10 good men in 48 hours, and I'll get you a phantasmagoria of anal delights. Give me 10 good men in 48 hours, and I'll get you all the poop inside of my body. Give me 10 good men in 48 hours, and I'll get you the royal afterbirth.
The way those lined up.
And a phantasmagoria of anal delights win.
Yes!
Oh boy. This is funny.
I am now the card czar. It's not delivery, it's
Hold on.
Did you get booted?
You gotta refresh it.
Just refresh.
Okay. It's not delivery, it's
I can't even say it. I can't say it. We're gonna I have a card that I literally cannot play. I can't.
We just covered that a minute ago.
I know, but I literally cannot play it and not get kicked off of Facebook.
The problem with this
Might need to
game is
refresh.
that a minimum of half of all the cards are that way. That's like literally a big chunk of the play. But this version of it at times gets a little bit worse. If that's possible.
It's not delivery, it's the depression that ensues after catching them all.
Wah, wah.
It's not delivery, it's goats screaming like people. It's not delivery, it's having a penis.
It's very much. That's
It's having a
that
penis.
goes to the heart.
Confirm selection.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm the czar. I'm the czar.
I'm the czar.
I'm the czar. Oh my god. Blank killed Kenny.
We should probably discuss limits before we begin this game.
No.
I don't have any, and that's.
I feel like we may need to drop off Facebook.
I think we can do one more round.
Well,
Oh, no,
can't
no.
we just go back through and change the card selection?
It won't matter.
The-
That's what this
Oh.
game is about.
Oh, okay.
You know what? We could literally
fun for-
drop
we
off
used to do it all
all
the
of
time.
this except for YouTube and Twitch, guys. So like anybody watching still, we're gonna go over to Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch.
It's the PBDC Collective, and we're gonna continue to play this damn game.
That's smarter. That's probably smart.
So,
All right,
guys on Facebook, sorry for your loss, but
It's fine to
Sorry,
still-
guys.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
Do you have like a ticker thing to put up for it so people know where to go?
I can create one.
Okay.
Well, but if it goes off, they aren't going to be able to see the ticker.
Yeah.
Go to
Maybe we like, leave it up for a minute so they can see it. And
yeah, and it is
BPD underscore PBDC underscore collective.
Hello.
There, that's our Twitch right there.
yeah, here in a minute or two, we're going to be switching over to that for the rest of this game.
all right. So I think I know that that's Jenny. She hopped on over already.
Yay!
But yeah, playing this game is common on Twitch. Like, you won't get in trouble over there. It's a lot of people play it over there.
So I'm gonna leave this up. We literally have 3 people watching. Let's be real. We have 2 people watching because I have my phone running right here.
Yeah.
I think I'm only me and Frank are in the game right now, and it's not started again. I'm refreshing.
Yeah, we'll probably have to
Okay.
But it's because we need to change the idle setting for it anyway. Just put it to max. It'll be like.
How am I gonna do that?
It's a menu when you make the game.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe we should end everything real fast.
Leave game. I'm gonna create a new one.
All right.
Before we do that, bye Facebook.
See you guys on Twitch.